Hello everyone, we have a very special story time for you today. We are going to be reading the book Diary of a Spider by Doreen Cronin, pictures by Harry Bliss, and today we have a very special guest with us. Her name is Mrs. Widow. She's a black widow spider, as you can tell by the hourglass shape on her back. And she really wanted to come today to read this book to you guys because it's one of her absolute favorite books. But unfortunately, Mrs. Widow lost her voice. That's right, she has a really sore throat today. So what we're going to do is, I will read the book for you, and Mrs. Widow will sometimes get really excited and jump around and make that noise to let me know that she has something she needs to tell me, and then I'll lean over and let her whisper it to me, and I'll tell you guys what she has to say, okay? Okay, so Diary of a Spider by Doreen Cronin, written pictures by Harry Bliss. March 1st. Today was Grandparents' Day at school, so I brought Grandpa with me. He taught us 3 things. Number 1, spiders are not insects. Insects have 6 legs. What's that, Mrs. Widow? That's right, spiders are arachnids because they have 8 legs. Can you count Mrs. Widow's 8 legs for me? Number 2, without spiders, insects could take over the world. Ooh. Number 3, butterflies taste better with a little barbecue sauce. Mrs. Widow agrees. March 16th. Grandpa says that in his day, flies and spiders did not get along. Things are different now, and that is awesome. It's very exciting, Mrs. Widow. Very exciting. March 29th. Today in gym class, we learned how to catch the wind so that we could travel to faraway places. When I got home, I made up flashcards so that I could practice. Step 1, climb high. Step 2, release silk. Step 3, catch the wind. Fly made up her own flashcards. Step 1, fly. I'm starting to see why Grandpa doesn't like her. April 1st. Went to the park with my sister today. We tried the seesaw. It didn't work. We tried the tire swing. It didn't work. We spun a huge sticky web on the water fountain. That worked, said the lady. April 12th. Today was safety day at school. We learned that vacuums eat spider webs and are very, very dangerous. If we hear a vacuum, we should stop, drop, and run. Run fast. Stop what you're doing, drop from the web, and run like crazy. April 13th. We had a vacuum drill today. I stopped what I was doing, forgot where I was going, and ran screaming from the room. Ah, help, help! We're having another drill tomorrow. April 17th. I'm sleeping over at Worm's house tonight. I hope they don't have leaves and rotten tomatoes for dinner again. May 7th. Mom said I was getting to be too big for my own skin, so I molted. That is so gross. May 8th. Today was show and tell, so I brought in my old skin. My teacher called on it to lead the Pledge of Allegiance. You there, why don't you get us started? June 5th. Daddy Longlegs made fun of Fly because she eats with her feet. Now she won't come out of the house. I'm going to find him and give him a piece of my mind. It is always important to stand up to bullies, Mrs. Widow is reminding us. June 6th. I followed Daddy Longlegs. He's a lot bigger than I thought he was. I gave him a piece of my lunch instead. Good plan. June 7th. Fly's treehouse blew away in the wind today. So did Grandpa. Bye. He's going on a trip. He's got his suitcase all packed and ready to go. June 18th. I got a postcard from Grandpa today. Dear Spider, ooh la la. I landed in Paris. French bugs are delicious. Au revoir, Grandpa. Leg of a French goat. Give it a try. June 10th. Grandpa came home today. Yay! I couldn't wait to hear about how he rode the winds all the way over the ocean. Turns out, he caught a breeze to the airport and he napped first class. Fly came over to play today. She got stuck in our web and her mom had to come get her. Grandpa laughed a little too hard. From now on, we have to play at Fly's house. July 9th. Today was my birthday. Grandpa decided I was old enough to know the secret to a long, happy life. Never fall asleep in a shoe. What's that? Shoes are very dangerous for spiders. Always check your shoes for spiders before you put them on. July 16th. Things I scare. Fly's mom, tiny bugs, and people using a water fountain at the park. July 17th. Things that scare me. Daddy Longlegs, vacuums, and people with big feet. He's got some big shoes on. August 1st. I wish that people wouldn't judge all spiders based on the few spiders that bite. Mrs. Widow says that her bite is very dangerous, and if you see a spider like Mrs. Widow, tell an adult right away. I know if we took the time to get to know each other, we would get along just fine. Just like me and Fly. And that is all that we have for today. Mrs. Widow would like to say thank you so much for reading her favorite book. We will see you next time. Bye-bye.